Hi, I'm Darren, and this is my first official mukbang, but it's really a test. So today I have Taco Bell's Chalupa Cravings box, 3 of them, which is something they give for free when you sign up on their app for a new account, and you just have to redeem it and go pick it up or do the drive-thru or whatever. By default, each box comes with a beefy 5-layer burrito, and a chalupa, forgot what kind it is, and a crunchy taco, and cinnamon twists, and a drink. So I have 3 of them here, as you can see, and a bunch of hot sauces. And I have the Diablo one and the fire one because I like to eat spicy, and it couldn't possibly be that spicy because I eat Asian levels of spiciness. So this American level of spiciness, at least from mass-marketed versions of hot sauce, couldn't possibly be too spicy for me to handle. Okay, so where should I start? Okay, well, for the drinks, I got 2 Mountain Dew Baja Blasts, but 0 sugar, and also an unsweetened iced tea. Let me start by tasting this Mountain Dew, because anyone who knows me knows I pretty much never eat fast food, and I've never eaten Taco Bell before this whole promotion started. So let's see what this is all about, and I'll do my mukbang about this. Now in total, this meal has about 3,600 calories based on what they provided online for their calorie estimator, and it has a ton of sodium, so I might not be using too many hot sauces, but I like stuff spicy, so I guess we'll just have to see. All right. Okay, let me taste this first. I'm not sure what to make of it. I mean, I don't drink soda either, so this is kind of what I expected, at least from a blue-looking lemon lime based drink. I've had Mountain Dew before, but I've never had this Baja Blast taste, and I haven't had Mountain Dew in a long time, probably since middle school. So that tasted okay. Where should I start? The least messy? I suppose the least messy would be the crunchy taco. So let's go ahead. Now I'm trying to learn all this camera work stuff. This is the first time recording myself using this camera I bought, and in general I don't really record myself. So this is the base crunchy taco. Maybe I'm a little too far for you to see it, but it looks like it has cheese on the top, lettuce, some meat thing, and then I also added onions and red sauce because they were free. But only 1 out of the 3 that I picked up, because I picked them up at 3 locations, and 1 of them didn't have red sauce for free, so that one just has onions. But this one has the red sauce. So Maybe I should take a bite first before deciding to add a hot sauce. I guess it's exactly what I thought it would taste like. I haven't really eaten these taco things. I do recall liking those school cafeteria microwave burritos back when I was little, but my tastes have changed a lot since then. But I mean, eating this couldn't be too bad except for the relatively high sodium plus all the processing for the food. It's okay. Definitely needs to be spicy. I don't know what the red sauce is exactly, but it looks like some kind of smoky salsa-ish. I wouldn't consider any of these things actually salsas, at least because they're probably very, very preserved and not really chunky at all for what I consider to be salsa. So I'm gonna start with this Diablo Hot Sauce. Maybe I'm too far, but let me just taste this first to see how spicy this is. I can feel the kick, but I feel when that's eating it straight from the packet. If I add this to the taco, it probably isn't that spicy because, well, that's just from experience adding hot sauce or chilies to food, especially carby foods. Yeah, that was not that spicy after adding it to the taco. Let me add another one. Now, I really hope this camera battery will last however long it takes for me to eat this, because this is 3 portions of food, and when I talk, I eat really slow. But after some time, I'll do, I guess, a sped up version of me eating all of this, and I'll actually be eating all this, so not like a lot of camera editing that I see where people might not actually be eating all this. But I have to say that it is not healthy, especially with all the sodium, to eat this kind of food, especially in this quantity. But because I have a large eating capacity, I guess it's not such a terrible idea for me to show it off once every so often, maybe once a month. We'll see how this goes. It was messy. Now, when do people usually eat Taco Bell? I would guess that it's when they're drunk. So I can imagine this being actually good when I'm drunk. Right now it tastes just okay. It kind of tastes like very viscerally pleasing, very pleasing in the sense that not necessarily you're eating this for the taste, but you're eating this to just like fill yourself up with calories and salt. Salt, carbs, meat, protein, fat, whatever. Okay, I should probably speed this a little bit long because it's a little bit long because it's already been almost 11 minutes of recording time. I don't know how long this should be. But we'll see how it goes. Now, while I was setting this whole camera up, probably got a little bit soggy or stale, but I don't think it really does that much to it. Well, that's one down. Let's try a cinnamon stick. What the heck? It looks like a puffed rice thing. What does this taste like? The texture is kind of... It's kind of like those puffed crackers, but more styrofoamy in a weird... Well, I don't know. Maybe it's not so weird. I don't know how they make these. Okay, well, no, maybe I'll try the Chalupa next, the next size up. Okay, well, this is what it looks like. I don't know if I have auto-focusing. I think so. But it looks like a thick tortilla that's fried, but doesn't seem that crunchy. So maybe it isn't fried. I forget what kind of Mexican thing that, I think it's sope, that uses a thicker tortilla, something like this, but obviously not with the ingredients inside. Well, this inside has, looks like the same thing, some kind of meat, maybe. Oh, there's sour cream in this one, and lettuce, that meat thing, did I say that already? The tomato and cheese on top. Basically the taco with the sour cream with the different shell. And I don't know if the meat's the same or not. Again, there's the red sauce and the onions. It's kind of ugly, but maybe you can see here. Oof, I don't want to drop this. Oof. Okay, so let's try this. Oof. I'm gonna tell this is gonna be messy, so good thing there's some napkins. Oh, this is not crunchy. It's kind of like, I think it's called arepa. Or maybe it's, either way, it's kind of like a little thick crust pocket thing, but open. Well, sour cream changes the taste compared to the taco, and this shell is soft. It's not too bad of a shell compared to the taco. This tortilla or whatever you call this does taste better. Okay, well, again, I'm gonna add some hot sauce. Maybe I'll try some. I think the hot is less spicy than the fire. Let me see. Can't really tell. Well, one says hot and one says fire, and I'm assuming fire is more spicy. So let's try the less spicy one first, the hot. Let me taste this. Kind of Tabasco-y, but without that little pepper kick. Like how black pepper hits your throat, doesn't have that kind of feeling. Okay, well, let's try this with the hot sauce. And that's not spicy. And you know, I eat very spicy foods and I could barely taste the spiciness in that one, so I'll be using Diablo sauce. Or maybe I should use a fire. I'll use it later. I'll get through all of them eventually. So I'm using the Diablo sauce again. Wonder how much sodium I've consumed already, but who cares? This is a mukbang. Funny thing is, mukbang is watching people eat. When I eat, especially when I go out to all-you-can-eat restaurants with people, that's what tends to happen, especially towards the middle, to the end. I keep eating and eating, while other people might take breaks, and I just keep eating and eating until the 2-hour limit's up. And I might still be hungry, but these days I don't force myself to get bloated. I'll eat till I'm a very, very comfortable level of very fullness. Oh. Okay, I'm getting messy, but I can always wash my hands. Okay. Well, now the Diablo sauce doesn't even taste that spicy anymore. It tastes spicy, but like, to me it tastes like maybe just barely a medium level spiciness. I'll try the fire. Ooh, I really used 3 sauce packets for one item. Let's hope I don't consume too much sodium. Either way, I'll compensate it for it later. I don't know if it's just me or somehow the fire one tastes better. Not that spicy, but I'm not trying to kill myself here. It's enough spiciness. Okay. That's 2 down. 2 out of the 4 food items. And as always, I'll eat the remnants left in the paper. All gone. Oh, it's already 20 minutes. Let's speed things up. Or I'll just talk less and speed it up later. Okay, now for the burrito. Oh my god, I don't know the last time I ever ate a burrito. Probably was in high school, eating a Chipotle burrito. Actually, I've never had a Chipotle burrito. I've always had the Chipotle burrito bowl whenever I've had it, because burritos are kind of a monstrosity from Chipotle. Well, you see the burrito here. Looks kind of like a microwave burrito, but more moist. Do I dare open it up and see what's inside? Or I'll just take a bite. I mean, the texture is really tasting like a microwave burrito now. Is there red sauce in here? Maybe I will open it up. Yeah, nah. Looks like it's gonna fall apart. It basically tastes like a bean and cheese microwave burrito. Maybe I'll find some treasures as I go deeper. Now I'm gonna add some Diablo sauce. Well, I can say definitely the meat quality is somewhat better than a microwave. But who knows? It might not be. It just might be fresher in the sense that it doesn't have to freeze for that long compared to a frozen microwave burrito. Okay, well, the Diablo sauce, I'll let it distribute a little bit before I take a bite. I don't want a huge bite of Diablo sauce. Okay. Well, I can taste some rice now. Okay. And this is that kind of nacho-y cheese. I think at this point, I have to add more Diablo sauce just so it tastes decent. This doesn't taste, I mean, it doesn't taste bad. I feel like the beef burritos that I used to eat, the cafeteria ones, taste better. Maybe because it's all meat instead of with the beans. I've never been too fond of beans, but it depends on the context. Especially these Mexican beans, I've never been so fond of. Especially in burritos. I think in my burrito bowls, I never got beans from Chipotle. Actually, I got black beans. Definitely not these pinto beans, whatever the brown beans are called. Okay, there's the onion. I don't know if the onions are all stuffed on one side. I definitely can't really taste the red sauce, but maybe it's been diluted by the red. Yeah, eating burritos is always messy. Oh, there's the sour cream. There's like not that much. I wish it was less beany, more, even rice. Even I don't really care for rice in burritos if I ever eat burritos. I think I'd actually want some more rice in this one. Okay, well, that's the third Diablo sauce packet for the burritos, so oof, I probably have to lay off some later. Maybe just use 2 or maybe 1 and spread it out. But then it won't be spicy, and I suppose it won't taste good enough to eat anymore. And I don't really drink anymore, so this isn't gonna be a drinking broadcast or drinking recording. Okay, letting this sauce, Diablo sauce, kind of distribute more. They're going messy. why I'm covering my mouth. You're watching me eat. Who cares? All done. 3 out of 4 items. I mean, the hot sauce is hitting my throat. Definitely not my mouth. Now I'm finishing the cinnamon twists. Are they supposed to be like churros? Because the texture is nothing like churros. It's too foamy, styrofoamy. I don't know what you call this texture. What would you call this texture? I mean, the cinnamon sugar makes it taste like a churro, but the texture isn't like churros where it's slightly crunchy and fluffy on the inside. But they didn't call this a churro. They called this a cinnamon twist. You know what? They're kind of like those cheese wheels in texture. Those cheese wheels, if you've ever seen some Mexican markets, they have these big bags of cheese, these wheel-shaped cheese puffs. I feel like this, no, it's still not quite, because that one's not as delicate. I feel like this one falls apart a little bit easier. Those ones have got a crunch to them, like initial bite. Maybe they're the same. I haven't eaten any of those in so long, so I can't really compare them right now. Well, if you see my background, this is a little winter blanket I bought from Line Friends. Line, the app, and then they have merch. And I love this little character. She is called Sally, and she's a chick. And I have a lot of merch of her. Maybe I'll show them later on if I do more mukbangs. But I've rearranged my room. My room is pretty small, especially compared to the rest of the rooms in the house. It's probably the smallest room, other than a bathroom, in the entire house. Well, closet too, but yeah, it's the smallest bedroom. So I've had to rearrange my room so I could film this without it looking messy. But I like my setup now. Maybe one of these days. So as I was saying before, my camera abruptly stopped recording. I don't know when it stopped, but I was talking about how I'll probably show you the inside of my room and how I've configured it now. I don't have a chair, a desk chair, because I have my desk with my laptop and my TV on top. But now my bed is my chair, basically. And I also have a little tray with a wireless keyboard and mouse that I can use so I can lie in bed. I'm still finishing a cinnamon twist, the first bag. I don't really want to eat all the sugar, but you can see it's done. So let's get rid of this box. The first box is done. The first drink is not done though, but I'll drink a bit more to keep the pace. Or maybe I'll just leave one for later. Okay, so 1 box down, 2 to go. Oh, I didn't fuse all this sauce. Okay. Which one should I start with this time? I think for this one I'll start with the Chalupa, which is the one I suppose I like the most. Oh, this one is leaking red sauce, which I suppose is a good thing. Now, I'd say the Chalupa is probably my first favorite in terms of taste. It's only a little bit different than the crunchy taco, but the shell is definitely much better in texture, and it's got some sour cream. So let's get through this Chalupa. Oof. Adding some Diablo sauce. Maybe I'll only add 2 packets this time. Okay, I guess I should eat this a little faster and talk a little bit less. But now I don't really have to talk about the taste, but that was all done in the first box. Even though I know this has a lot of sodium, I feel like it doesn't taste salty in the sense that usually salt makes things taste better, but maybe I haven't eaten much processed foods lately, so I don't get that much satisfaction from these processed salts. When I'm cooking, I usually use sea salt or Himalayan salt. I suppose those have some minerals in them that makes it taste a little bit different. Either way, I'm definitely getting some diminishing returns on the second one. And probably because it's not new to me anymore. There's no novelty in it. I was told that recording this food stuff could be an ASMR automatic sensory something. That chewing, all the chewing, the crunching. Would be appealing to some people. I'll definitely cook something if I do another mukbang, because this is not that satisfying, but I'm gonna eat it anyway. Gotta show people that I can eat. Now, if I record myself eating at all-you-can-eat sushi or hot pot, ooh, you'll see me eat plate after plate of sushi or lamb with hot pot. I just love lamb hot pot. Okay. Box number 2, 1 out of 4 done. Maybe sitting on the ground isn't that great for digestion. I feel everything compressing. But I'll eat as much as I can. I should be able to eat all of this. But I can't eat too fast or I'll consume too much air. And I'll have some uncomfortable gas later. What should I do next? I suppose it doesn't really matter right now. I'll just kind of take a bite of everything. Apparently, Koreans, or maybe just people in Asia, do mukbangs live. So people are streaming the person eating. So they can actually interact with them. I don't really know if that is a thing. Maybe on Twitch, but I've never heard of Twitch mukbangs. I mean, I've seen people eating on their stream, but I've never seen someone do a mukbang on their stream. Either way, I'm not gonna rush this, but I'm definitely gonna eat all this. So, I'm gonna have to go through a few iterations of my camera stopping to record, and I'll have to restart recording again to get the next section. But go be seeing me eating everything because I won't cut any food eating out. But yeah, maybe I thought the burrito was my least favorite, but maybe it's my second least favorite. Or rather, second favorite, or just the one I like in the middle of the 3 savory meal items. Yeah, I won't mind eating this, but when I've got options, I probably wouldn't eat this. I'd probably eat something that has a lot more flavor, I would say. Flavor as in spices, herbs. I like that kind of flavor. Here it's mostly like very basic fundamental types of hunger craving types, like for fat, carbs, and protein. All the beans, the meat, the cheese, the sour cream, and the salsa, whatever, or the red sauce and the hot sauce. I wouldn't call it salsa. It appeals on a very, I wouldn't say carnal level, more like a, well, let's just say it's the reason why drunk people love it so much more. The reason drunk people like certain foods so much more, even though flavor-wise they might not be as good. Gotta wait for this Diablo sauce to distribute. I need to stand up a little, or at least sit up, so I don't feel so compressed in the stomach area. Yeah, this feels better. I'm not so into the nacho cheese kind of cheese. Maybe if it was like if it tasted like not American cheese, like even pepper jack, that would have probably appealed to me a little more. That's when it gets to this. I think it's because it's been sitting, or maybe there's just too much tortilla here. It's just not. It tastes kind of dry. This little chunky part. You have to add a little hot sauce to be able to tolerate downing it. Oh, that's packet number 2. I've only used half of it, so not as bad as the first box. Explosion. It could have been messier, but I don't like chewing through all this tortilla. So, I wonder what everyone's been doing because of Thanksgiving and Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And Christmas is coming up in a couple weeks, so there's been a lot of holiday stuff going on, but with the pandemic, we should be at least keeping a minimal level of risk. I bought a ton of kitchen gadgets, like a 2 basket deep fryer, because I've been deep frying a lot of stuff, because I'm trying to start a food business. Bought a Vitamix, the Vitamix Ascent 3300, the Breville food processor. You can do a lot of stuff with that. And air fryer, the Ninja one. It was on sale for about $100. This one has two baskets, so you can air fry 2 different things at the same time. I also bought a dehydrator, a Nesco Garden Master. I read a lot of reviews, and that one is pretty good in terms of dehydrating things evenly. And I buy a lot of things in bulk for food to make on a bulk level, but I don't always use them all, so I recently used it to dry up a lot of herbs. Okay, for the second box, I only have the crunchy taco left. I think my mouth might not feel the spiciness. But my throat and my digestive system might feel it a bit more than I do. Okay. I don't know if I can eat this plain. We'll see. We'll try it then. It's not that bad, but there's a saying, not bad, but not good. I would say it's tolerable, somewhere in the middle. But I would not do a mukbang with this again. Usually when I eat a ton, it's something I really love, which is basically what I said earlier, like hot pot with lamb, all you can eat sushi, to some degree, all you can eat Korean barbecue, but that's probably my least favorite all you can eat. Just because it feels so heavy in terms of oiliness. All the meat fat. Because the only kind of good grilling for meat has to have some fat. If it's too lean, it gets too dry. Now, some people say fat is flavor. I wouldn't say it's flavor, but it's definitely moisture, which helps food go down. And fat also appeals on a very primitive, that's the right word. Fat appeals on a primitive level, just as carbs do. Oh my god. Box 2 of 3. Done! Do I need to show you the proof? Sauce packets. Okay. Last one. I still have a lot to do to work on these drinks. Honestly, I probably prefer water to this because diet sugar has got that little aftertaste. No, this isn't, I don't know. Yeah, this didn't make it into the shot that well. But I got all these hot sauces. I got about maybe 10 from each location. Maybe more. I think I got more. But I was anticipating that I might need to use all this. But it looks like I won't. And that's a good thing, so I don't have to consume as much sodium. Okay, final box. That means I've eaten a little too fast and consumed too much air. I don't want to eat too slowly though. Otherwise, this is going to take forever. But then again, when I'm eating an all-you-can-eat, I'm eating for 2 hours, well, an hour, maybe 40, an hour 40 to an hour 45, non-stop, maybe with a restroom break and talking in between. if I was eating at that pace, I'd probably be more comfortable and wouldn't have so much air ingested. But let's get through the last box. Now, my strategy when I'm eating a lot, basically when I'm forcing a lot of food down, is I eat my least favorite first, so that when I get to the final one, it's my favorite one. When it's sushi, it's yellowtail is probably my favorite, or albacore. So if I have a bunch of sushi, I'll leave those, the ones with albacore and yellowtail, to finish last if I was a little bit overzealous. It hasn't happened in a while because I could comfortably eat. Okay, but I don't know. It's a toss-up between the burrito and the taco. Which one is my least favorite? I'd definitely say that chalupa is my favorite, so this one will be last consumed. And there's also the cinnamon twist. But these are kind of like a snack. I can just fit them in between bites of everything else. I think my camera's getting to that point where it's going to stop recording automatically. So I'll anticipate that. And then I'll be ready to hit record again to continue. It's getting close to an hour. I don't know if I'll upload this all as raw footage. I mean, who even really cares though? It's my first one. If I have a reputation, then I'll start doing some more editing. I'm gonna have some of the iced tea to have a cleansing flavor. Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm gonna drink all of the beverage. I think it's mostly about the food though, right? So, let's get at it. Let's just... maybe I'll eat half the burrito, then I'll eat the taco, then I'll eat the other half the burrito, and then the chalupa, and then I'll be done. And obviously, I'm already almost done with the cinnamon sticks in the last bag. But let's start with the hot sauce, because it definitely needs that. Ooh, okay. Definitely the burrito is my least favorite because of the excess tortilla. I like the single layer burrito. I don't like the extra flap that comes out. But honestly, this burrito tastes better. But I think it's offset by all this extra tortilla that I don't want. So let's get going on this burrito. Plus, the burrito is probably, it's the biggest food item, so if I get through that, the other ones will be a breeze. Should have worn my super stretchy pants. I gotta eat slow. Well, not slow. I gotta chew my food and not ingest too much air. I'm definitely gonna need to work out later when this all starts processing. Not too soon or I'll probably throw it up. Unless I do some very light, like walking. But there's a curfew now. What time is it? The curfew's at 10, so I can go for a walk after this. I have about 2 hours. You see this extra flap? I don't want to eat that, but I will. Just because this is a mukbang, I'm going to eat all of this. Maybe not drink all this, but eat all of this. I mean, I guess muk technically means eat, so not necessarily drink. So, I will be eating all this, but I need some more hot sauce to make this extra tortilla go down. And my stomach's starting to get bulgy. Probably because I should have eaten this a little bit later, because I usually don't eat this early. I usually eat just whenever I feel hungry. But I went to pick up all of these orders before the after work rush. So I picked them up around, I want to say like a little bit before 5 p.m. But they were pretty fast. One of them was in-store pickup. Well, I think it stops at the 30-minute mark. So that means it's already been an hour since I started eating. Well, back to finishing this burrito. As I was saying, I don't know what got cut off, but God, this extra tortilla is not my favorite. But the Taco Bell preparation time was pretty fast. Maybe 2 minutes at the most when I was doing the drive-through. Well, it really gives meaning to the word fast food, right? Ready in a couple of minutes. Maybe the Chalupa boxes are prepared ahead of time though, because it's technically free to some capacity. Ugh. This damn tortilla. I'll eat it after I eat the taco. You can see the pain. The last box, definitely a stretch. Oops, that was Alexa. This last box is definitely a stretch. I think one box would have been a pretty sizable meal, at least for my normal eating. But I do have a large capacity, so I can eat a lot. The second box probably would have been if I was really hungry. And this third box is for the theatrics. Ugh. Okay. Can you tell I'm in somewhat, I wouldn't say I'm in pain, but when your stomach's getting stretched out, you feel like you're pregnant or something. Yep, that's all the air I ingested. I can tell this is going to be a lot of air because the lettuce and the cheese has a lot of air. And I suppose beans, but I don't think this taco has beans. I don't know, I forgot. Let me taste it. Nope, no beans. Yeah, so since I'm almost done, I wonder how many people want to see me do more mukbangs. As you can see, oh no! This thing broke. I'll done piece by piece. As you can see, I'm eating all of the food, no editing tricks. Oh. I guess I'll eat the tortilla now from the burrito. I will be eating all the droppings. Well, that sounds wrong, like poop. But I'll eat all the pieces that fell into the paper once I finish this big piece. I'm gonna eat that last chalupa slowly to savor it, because I don't want my meal to end on a rushed. Ah! The meat. I suppose it's not as messy as I thought. I think it's because the sauce, there's not so much sauce action going on here, so it's not getting all over my fingers and getting my fingers all sticky. Oop, accidentally swallowed some air. Okay, breathe. Breathe. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Ah! No! The cheese! The good part. Okay, I'm gonna eat all the pieces that fell. Got some onion, some lettuce, some cheese. Oh. I'll have some cinnamon twists in between. I'm not as composed anymore. Ah! It's okay. The chalupa weight was on the side of the table, but it's still safe. It's right here. Got the proof. I'm gonna eat it. Piece of lettuce fell off though, and some tomatoes. That's probably not so good to eat, so I'll toss those. Only a couple pieces of tomato and lettuce. Yeah, I'm definitely not so much of a fan of maybe just soda in general, or maybe the artificial sugary kind of flavor. So I'm not gonna finish that last one, or maybe not even this one. I'll drink it later, but not right. I'll be eating all the food as the priority. I'm gonna take a minute for a break before I eat that last chalupa. And probably, I'm getting my shirt all sticky. If I was eating this at a slower pace, I probably would be feeling alright right now. But because But because I'm not trying to make this a super long mukbang, I'm trying to eat this in an efficient or just a shorter amount of time, even though it's already been, I think, an hour, a little more than an hour. But you're welcome to watch this video in 2 times. I'll upload this as a raw footage at the beginning and ending. That doesn't have anything to do with me eating it, but rather me setting this up. I'm going to cut those out if I can. I haven't edited a video before. I'm going to leave this as raw footage, everything in between. I'm going to add 1 packet of Diablo sauce and 1 packet of fire sauce to the chalupa. Now, what does a chalupa even mean? I've taken Spanish and I understand probably about 70 to 80% of Spanish. But this chalupa is definitely some word I've never heard of, if it even is a word. Maybe just a Taco Bell invention. Whew, okay, my stomach is failing. I can do this. Don't try this at home, because I can probably eat more than you on a normal basis, so you wouldn't want to do this on an extreme basis. I think if I eat something that actually tastes amazing next time, like one of the dishes that I offer on my food business menu, which I'll share at a later time. Those are so good. I even have some tacos on there, so maybe I'll be eating that. The tacos I have there are flour tortillas and some Thai meats. If you're familiar with them, there's one that's lap gai, which is lap. It's a sort of dish. Generally, it's ground meat. Gai means chicken, so I have a ground chicken dish. It's got a lot of herbs and spices. It's got toasted rice powder, toasted chili powder, or chili flakes, whatever you call them. And it's got mint, cilantro, shallots. What else? It's got a fish sauce. And can't think. I think that's maybe it's another 1 or 2 things that I'm forgetting. But it's really aromatic and it tastes really good. The spice herb blend. Oh, I definitely need to sit up or not sit on the ground to digest this. I suppose seeing me in pain will appeal to some people. So, but the next time, the pain will be enjoyable because I will like the food a lot more. Oh my God. My stomach's stretching already. this doesn't really happen unless I eat too fast. One time, well, my family, my mom has some properties out in Vegas as investment, I think. And then we used to go to Vegas for either Thanksgiving or Christmas once a year, sometimes both, before she rented them out. And there's this buffet there called Makino, which is like a Japanese buffet. They have sushi, they have hot food, they also have quite a lot of desserts too. But I really like their sushi because it's definitely like restaurant quality fish. At least that's what I remember. And one time I was anticipating going there because it had become our usual go-to for at least one of our meals. So I didn't eat all day. And we got there for an early dinner, I think around 5:30ish. And guess what? I ate Okay, so I'm back now. My battery died. I thought the battery would last much longer, but we're back to where I was, almost done. Just about half a chalupa left. So let's finish this. It's been about 2 hours, so I've had some time to digest, but I'm pretty bloated right now. But as promised, I will be finishing this. So let's finish this last half chalupa. I'll get some fire sauce. And down we go. Definitely tastes different cold. Oh. My stomach is pretty much bulging. And a couple pieces left of the cinnamon twists. All done. And that concludes my Taco Bell Chalupa Cravings box mukbang. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe to my channel. It's barely starting, but who knows? Maybe I'll be the next thing. Although, I don't know if I want to be. But this is fun to me. So why not? So, in review, tonight I ate 3 Chalupa Cravings boxes that I got for free. You get one per email on Taco Bell, and this is not sponsored, but I used to love free things. I don't know if I'm so into it anymore, unless the quality is high. Oh my god, I think all the salt is making me crave some water or something. Yeah, but these are 3 Chalupa Cravings boxes. And, yep, if you like this and would like to see more, subscribe, like this video, and maybe let me know what you want me to eat next. I probably will cook my next mukbang meal because I have been quite the cook lately, and maybe I'll do Korean fried chicken because that's one of my favorite things, guilty pleasures, and I cook them quite well these days. And maybe I'll do some of my curry fries that I use, a Thai Penang curry, which is very coconutty and herbaceous and full of spices.